1998 Jaguar XJR. So it's a 4-litre supercharged car, this one, V8, automatic. As you can see, this one's going to need a bit of paintwork. Not rotten, that I can say anyways. There's a little bit of rust here and there, but not bad at all. But the most important is the flat panels on this one are going to need re-lacquering. You can see we've got lacquer fade there. But apart from that, it is nice and straight. There's no big chunks out of it, no big dings or dents, but it's going to need some lacquer work across the bonnet there. Headlights are nice and clear on both sides. Grill's all intact. Bumper corners are surprisingly okay. A little bit of a scuff on the right-hand side and a few stone chips across the front bumper there. Left-hand side corner, not too bad. All the lenses are intact. It is a supercharged car, this one. So it's definitely worth a paint job, in my opinion. As we come round onto the right-hand side, you'll see we've got lacquer peel on the top of the wings there. You can't see that. As you come back and around the arch there, we'll go nice and slow around the arch. All nice and tidy around. There's a few little stone chips, but the wing seems to be good. They're normally quite rusty. That's not the case. It's obviously been somewhere dry for the lacquer to fade and peel the way it has. Down the lower half of the sill section, all still nice and red. No nasty black stone guard lines anywhere. A little bit of a bleb at the very front of the corner of the sill, but not bad at all. Those lovely XJR 5-spoke alloys as well. My favourite wheels on these supercharged cars. Going down onto the driver's door now. Again, we've got the gold coat sign pinstripe down there with the two lower stripes as well. Bottom of the door, nice and tidy. No corrosion at all across the bottom of the door. Nice and shiny as you come up that driver's door onto the top, where we will get the lacquer fade and scratching there across the top of the door there. And around the handle, a little bit of corrosion starting at the top of the door. Wing mirror cap is crack free on both sides. Up onto the roof, like I say, it is the flat panels that are sort of more affected than anything else. You'll see we need some lacquer across there. It's going to want a paint job, this one, realistically. Or you could drive it around like that, depends how you're feeling. But again, it is the supercharged car. Coming back down onto that driver's rear door, some corrosion at the top of the door, and again, some lacquer fade across the top of the panel there. The rest of the door, a few little stone chips here and there, seems to be in good order. No corrosion on the bottom there. As you come around the rear arch, you've got a little bit start at the bottom. Working our way around, you'll see a slight scuff there on the arch. Coming further back there, a little bit more towards the rear. But certainly not the worst, I've seen that for sure. Coming back onto the rear quarter on the right-hand side and bumper, you'll see we've had some repair work done underneath the light. Not very good there. A little bit of tape underneath there, presumably a hole underneath that. The corner itself's got a little bit of a scuff on it, but all the chrome work seems to be good. Rear light lenses are nice and clear, no moisture in them at all. Again, underneath the light on the left-hand side, we're going to want a little bit of welding work done there. And again, across the back bumper, all okay. The odd mark here and there. You can see there's a little bit of streakiness where it's been sat. Up and across the boot lid again, the flat panels where the lacquer has disappeared and dried itself off. I think it's definitely been in a hot country at some point for it to be like that. Coming down around the fuel filler cap, you'll see there's no corrosion underneath the screen though. It's all solid. Coming down onto that left-hand rear arch and quarter, all okay across the quarter there, the little scratch there onto the arch and onto the quarter. And as you come around the arch, all nice and tidy, got a little bit of a dent further forwards there, a tiny bit of rust starting at the bottom, but again, not rotten for any, not really that rotten, that one at all, coming through on the paint side of things. Coming down onto that left-hand side rear door, nice and tidy across the door. We've mentioned the scuff there, all nice and tidy across the door. A light surface scratch here and there, but not a massive amount of lacquer peel on this one. It's all nice and shiny across the left-hand side. Again, the sill section, all nice and red, no nasty stone guard lines on there. As we come up onto that left-hand side front door, a little bit of rust starting at the corner there. No heavy scratching and no big chips out the door. Nice and shiny across the top of that door as well. No lacquer peel on this one. And again, wing mirror cap is crack free on both sides. Working forward onto that front left-hand side wing where we have got some corrosion underneath the paint. Coming around the arch there, scuff towards the front, but no corrosion coming through on the front of the arch there. Nice and level down the left-hand side. Like I say, it's going to want some paint where we've got this lacquer peel, but it's certainly worth doing with it being the supercharged car. I would say this is a very cheap way into a supercharged Jaguar. Interior-wise, we've got the cream with a dark wood. Nice and tidy on the door card. A few light cracks in the wood on the door there, but it hasn't peeled off anywhere. And a little bit of sag, which is fairly standard on the little insert pockets. Black carpet set there, and the seat itself showing the right amount of wear for the year and the mileage, no rips or tears, some light cracking with some discoloration, which is pretty standard on these Jaguars. Your half-wood rim black steering wheel there, black dash tops, lovely and tidy all the way across with no cracking, and nice and standard down the centre console there, no complaints down the centre console, dials nice and clear, armrest is in nice condition as well. Headlighting is sagging, but we've got some hoops there holding it up so it hasn't been pinned. Onto that driver's rear, where again the door card nice and tidy on the wood, nice and clean across the top there, no rips or tears at all in that. And those rear seats again in nice condition, fold down armrest working as it should, lovely dark black carpet set there as well. You've even got the rear blind, which you can't see there. And again you can see the headlining from the rear front. Into the boot, you'll see we've got a booster pack on it. It's got a water battery, this one. But all the covers there, boot carpet's all nice and tidy. Seems to be missing its spare wheel and the triangle there and the 6 stack. Left-hand side rear door, again, nice and tidy on the door card. All nice and clean and tidy across the wood there. No delamination on this side. And again, nice black carpet set with those lovely rear seats from that left-hand side. Onto the front left now, again, door card nice and tidy. A few light cracks in the wood, but no lacquer coming off yet. And again, a little bit of a saggy pouch down the bottom there. The seat itself, again, the right amount of wear for the year and the mileage with a little bit of discoloration on the bottom half of that bolster there. And a little bit wear to the piping on the insert of that left-hand side seat. Again, nice black carpet set with the overmats and the dashboard lovely and tidy for the left-hand side. Into the engine bay now, supercharged 4-litre V8. James is going to fire it into life for us, yeah? Firing straight into life there. No unwanted noises, no knocking, no banging, no rattling from that at all. Taking over nice and happy. And there you have it. You what, sorry? Electric seats working, columns working.
Well, you know how to pull forward when you get in? The column works.
A little bit of pixel missing, a little bit of colour dye there, but you can still read it quite easily. So no warning lights on the dashboard either, apart from the boot being open. And there you have it, the 4-litre supercharged Jaguar XJR. Gonna want some paintwork, that one, but it is a supercharged car and it's a cheap way into it. If you get this one for the right money, it's here to be sold with no reserve. A few grand on a paint job, that's a cheap XJR right there.